Commercial real estate videos are brought to you by Bull Realty. When your business requires proven performance, contact Bull Realty. And by Arnold Golden Gregory, France Media Inc., Resnick Group, and Andy's Army. Welcome back. I'm Michael Bull, and this is America's Commercial Real Estate Show. We've been working on some incredible shows for you, including next week's show on student housing. And the following week, we'll have interviews with the CEOs of some of the largest REITs in the country. If you're involved in CMBS loan workouts or short sales, we have an informative show coming up to help you deal with all types of CMBS loan issues. Don't miss a show of special interest to you. Sign up for a once-a-week email announcing the show topic at commercialrealestateshow.com. Well, today we're exploring some of the technologies that are creating efficiencies and bottom-line profits in the commercial real estate industry. Please welcome my next guest, Scott Klug, Regional VP with CoStar Group. CoStar conducts expansive, ongoing research to produce and maintain the largest and most comprehensive database of commercial real estate information in the country. Scott Klug, welcome to the Commercial Real Estate Show.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate this and appreciate the great opportunity here today to talk about CoStar GO. It's really a great time to talk about this and the application of the iPad and what it means to the commercial real estate industry.
It's great. I have it on in front of me here, and it's really a great tool. And you guys at CoStar have really been a leader in commercial real estate information and really paving the way with mobile technology with the CoStar GO. Like you said, it's a mobile application for the iPad. And for the people already using CoStar GO, I want to get to the latest upgrades to the application. Now that Go has been out for a little while, well, it's almost close to a year, I'd like to hear about some of the success stories and that people have had actually using it to increase productivity. But first, let's cover the information the app and the service can provide for the listeners who maybe haven't had the opportunity to use it much or at all. Tell us a little bit to get us started about it.
Absolutely. The Go application kind of covers our CoStar suite of products, including our CoStar Property flagship product, our CoStar Tenant product information, as well as our CoStar Comps application. It incorporates also with this, inside of our property piece, it pulls in the demographics information, the analytics information from the property piece of the desktop, as well as it's also now pulling in with the newest application of CoStar GO, lease comp information. So we're actually getting some lease comp information that we had within our core products, but are also getting true net effective lease comps through the public filings out there. So we believe this is a truly innovative piece to actually have those lease comps available out in the marketplace, but also being able to incorporate some of Apple's features inside the iPad application, such as FaceTime to communicate back and forth with brokers. But also I think it's really a key piece to have new features inside the product that brokers and owners have been asking for years, such as stacking plans and getting further detailed information inside the product. So it's truly encompassing all of our products together on the Go mobile application for people to have out in the field.
Yeah, it's really handy. And Scott, what are some of the other resources that users are finding really handy with CoStar Go?
Yeah, I mean, the lease comps piece I think was the biggest piece for it, but I think also we're looking at now with people being able to use this. In the past, it's always been used on the broker specific for cities or submarkets, but now you're able to go out and be in front of a building that in an area you might not be as useful or as familiar with, and now you're able to turn on the Go application and actually see the information around in the surrounding properties in a radius and kind of have that information right there on the spot with you. But also it really helps the tenant reps that are out there in the marketplace today as their client demand changes in the market. You know, they might be looking for that 3,000 to 5,000 square foot opportunity, and then it changes on the fly when you're out there with them. It's nice now to have this application with you in the car, with your clients, to be able to go and plug in additional requirements that might have changed during the tours and be able to report right back to them saying, hey, these are the other 4 opportunities out here that now fit your needs. So I think that's been a big piece, as well as the presentation output. You're out there in the field, you don't want to go back to the office, and you want to be able to give your clients nice professional-looking reports on the fly. We now allow you to print the information to a local FedEx, if you're close by one there, and grab that information without having to go back to the office. So it's truly information at your fingertips with a nice professional report in hand.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was out showing a Prospect Day building that he had to move on pretty quick, foreclosed retail building. And while we were there, he said, well, what are they asking rent for that building over there? And, what that one sold recently, what did that sell for? Well, I was able to pull out Go, click on the building, and tell him right away. And he was really impressed. He was able to get his offer in in a timely fashion because we had the information in the field. So, I mean, that's just an incredible part of the Go package there.
And it's the ability to, also never have to say those dreaded words of "I'll have to get back to you."
Yeah.
You're always going to have those things right there at your fingertips, which I think is a key for brokers out in the field today to respond back to your clients timely.
Yeah, it's incredible. Well, if you're already a subscriber to CoStar, CoStar Go is included with access to whatever services and areas you subscribe to, right? So there's no extra charge for it.
If you're a suite subscriber, Michael, that is true. So you can actually go download the CoStar Go application at the App Store and pull this information and then start using on your iPad application as soon as you need to. But the product is set, though, strictly for suite subscribers. So if you're a subscriber just to one of our products, just like CoStar Property, our flagship product, or just CoStar Comps or just CoStar Tenant on the standalone basis, it will not work on the iPad application. It does work on additional browsers, but it does not work strictly for the iPad application.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and I was visiting another city. We have CoStar Suite for the entire country at our office, all our agents. And it was nice because I'm going in this client's office in the state. I haven't been there, and I could look around while I was in his lobby. See who his tenants were in his building and get some details. So I actually sounded intelligent, like I was drinking smart water or something,
There you go.
when I went in there. Real quick, short on the break here, what are some of the advanced and new things that you're doing with CoStar Go?
Yeah, we've got already our 7th release of the product out, but I think some new things we have coming down the line is some enhanced advertising pieces. We put the advertising piece in the latest version of 1.07, but I think you're going to see more reporting functions. Today the product has just 6 reports inside of it. I think you're going to see some advanced reporting functions come to that. But I think also you're going to see a lot of things coming down the line of enhancing the analytics pieces and other pieces that are core from the desktop products to now be shifting onto the iPad to be even more detailed when you're out there in the field with the clients.
That's great. Well, we're going to take a short break, and when we get back, Scott's going to share some more information how you can use CoStar Go to make more money, be more efficient. Remember, you're invited to use the show as informative content for your social media. Use the content there. Just use a share bar at each show page. You can share it. I'm Michael Bull. This is America's Commercial Real Estate Show. We'll be right back. Commercial real estate videos are brought to you by Bull Realty. When your business requires proven performance, contact Bull Realty. And by Arnold Golden Gregory, France Media Inc., Resnick Group, and Andy's Army. Welcome back. I'm Michael Bull, and this is America's Commercial Real Estate Show. Are you in any business related to commercial real estate? Well, help our listeners find you for services in your market area. Post your services on the show's free professional directory. Just look for the tab Professional Directory at commercialrealestateshow.com. Well, today we're exploring some of the technologies creating efficiencies and bottom line profits in the commercial real estate industry. My guest is Scott Klug with CoStar Group. And Scott, tell us about some of the other new features we can expect to see from CoStar Go.
Yes, we've got some enhancements in our transaction processes as we go forward. So I think as you see going out here with adding the stacking plans, additional reports inside the iPad product as we go forward, we've also seen a real enhancement to brokers wanting to give iPads to their clients to enhance the tour process so they can actually see inside the buildings, hold the iPad, see the actual tour. So I think as you go forward, you're going to see enhancements to clients being able to rate buildings as well as clients to be able, when they're out there on the tours, to actually see the space tours and remember what they look like. So we're going to be doing actual video tours inside of spaces to incorporate into the iPad application as we go forward. So some exciting stuff here in the next 2 quarters ahead.
Well, that's great. You guys are always on top of it there at CoStar. Well, Scott, tell us some ways that you've seen and heard that brokers have had success using CoStar Go.
Absolutely. You know, in my market of Cincinnati, I've seen clients that actually were out there with their clients in the field for a 15,000 square foot lease renewal assignment, and they were able to demonstrate the information on the market rents in the marketplace in the north side of Cincinnati, and this particular client was able to renew his tenant for a $3 savings in the actual market out there, renew them early, and be able to demonstrate that knowledge to the client right on the spot, which was a great success thing to actually be out there with them inside of buildings, pulling up the competition in that 1 to 2 mile radius around that property and being able to get a lease renewal done with their tenant. So a huge savings for that. But I think also we're seeing a lot of people with the CoStar Go application that are logging in via the iPad that didn't use it on the desktop because they like the instant-on type features that the application offers to be able to go in, press a button, hit CoStar Go, and be on the information and going through that way. And I think we're seeing a lot more adoption to people that were a little bit shy to technology in the past. But also it doesn't stop there. I think we're also seeing other people outside of the brokerage and owner industry. We're seeing lenders, appraisers, vendors actually using this application out in the field.
Well, that's a good point. I mean, I love technology. I use a lot of technology, but I think I'm using CoStar Go than I used the product before because it's just a lot more handy. Well, how many people are using it?
In the month of April, Michael, we surpassed 10,000 users of CoStar Go across the country of our 94,000 users. So, again, now being approximately 8 months into the launch since we did this last August, I think we're seeing a lot more people really push to the iPad technology, and I know there's a lot of other tablets coming down the line. But we feel like this is something that's really shifted the culture of real estate to be out there, be mobile with their clients, to be able to have this information in the car, to be able to hand their iPad to a client to show them the opportunities they're going to look at today. And I think that's a huge piece because today, as our company, about 62% of our revenue is tied to the brokerage industry. But like I just mentioned in the previous section, we do have a lot of people using us on the appraisal side. We have roofing companies buying this product across the country that want to look at actual aerials of properties when they're standing out there in front of them. So I think you're seeing a lot more people being mobile with this, and I think it's truly making them more productive and more responsive while they're out there in the field. And I think that's really changing the industry.
Okay. Well, our fun has to end here in a moment. Can you give us a quick tip for users of CoStar Go?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is to continue to engage your local CoStar rep to kind of really enhance the value of the product you're going to be using out there in the field. But I also think there's things inside of the product like being able to pull our floor plans in and drop them into other apps like Whiteboard and things like that to modify things if you're giving drawings to an architect and your client wants to change walls or things like that on a particular site you're looking at out there in the field. But I think the newest feature out there, the add photos piece as we go forward, is a big piece. People willing to add their own pictures inside of CoStar Go to enhance their property. So I think that's only going to get better and better for retail, office, and industrial as we go forward.
Wow, that's going to be great. Well, Scott, thanks for spending some time with us.
Michael, thank you very much for the great opportunity. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. And if you'd like more information about CoStar Go or about any of the products and services you've heard about today, all their websites and contact information is available for you at commercialrealestateshow.com. Well, can you join us next week? Well, I hope so. We'll have an update on one of the hottest markets in the nation, student housing. Thanks for spending some time with us. I'm Michael Bull, and until next week, be sure that you always lead, learn, and laugh, and join us for the Commercial Real Estate Show.